Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm really excited to be doing your darshan, even though it's virtually. Who was behind bringing Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj into this world? We don't know enough about her, and even what I'm going to touch on today, it's just a brief overview. Something that goes hand in hand about resilience is when somebody finds their own spark. When you find your purpose, guys, when you know what you're about and you're living that, there is nothing in this world that you won't do to feel that sense of connection. Because not only do you connect better to the external world, you connect better internally with yourself and Waheguru sitting inside you. All we kind of tend to see about Mataji is a very old lady that was with the Sahibzade and was with them when they gave their Shahidi, and obviously gave her own body up for Sikhi, right? So that's about the most common image that we have of Mataji, which is obviously very Satkari, or very respected. So Mata Gujri Ji was actually the daughter of Bhai Lal Chand Ji and Mata Bishan Kaur Ji from Kartarpur Sahib. And Mata Gujri Ji, from an extremely young age, she was brought up by Gursikh parents who, instilled those sweet virtues of Gursikhi, Vand ke Shakna, Naam Japna, sharing, meditation, and earning honestly with honest means. They'd brought her up on this, and they had taught her lots of Gurbani. So she had a lot of Gurbani Kant, only at the age of 5. And her way of conduct and everything was also really beautiful. The way she used to conduct herself, her conversations, she used to win over a lot of hearts. So Mata Gujri Ji, like I said, she used to do part as a young child from her parents. She was learnt part from her parents, and with great anand, with great bliss, she used to do it all the time. With being a wife, she immersed herself in more part. So this is before Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj has come to this world. She's come as a child, and she's learnt Gurbani from her parents' home. She's been blessed with the Anand Karaj with Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. Then she's gone to learn about the Sevava that take place in the Guru's house. And then after that, she and Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj very in a committed manner build their life around Gurbani, around the bhajans, about japping Gurbani, about doing seva. 1644 we're in now, okay? So they go to reside in Baba Bakala. There, day and night, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj is in a Pora side. You can imagine the seclusion that they were in. It was just Mata Nanaki Ji and Mata Gujri Ji serving day and night. So Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj was all day in the Pora Sahib, and not just for 40 days. Some people do a 40-day job, Chalisa, but it wasn't just a 40-day thing. It was, 26 years they were doing bhakti for this great soul to come. And what did Mata Gujar Kaur Ji do? She not only did the seva of her Pati Parmesar that she was told to do by her mother, she also joined in the bhakti as well. Now, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was in deep meditation. Mata Ji's joining them, and she's doing the prashada seva. She's managing the whole household. Now, I've been married for a long time. Some of you might be married, right? Imagine not having your husband available to just do salah with things. So, for example, the boiler breaks, or you need to get some groceries, or you need to do something. And now I live in Punjab from a UK base, and there I was quite independent, but even then I still used to do salah with my husband and ask him, what do you think about this, or what should we do about this? Sometimes you might have not so good days, right? And you want to talk to somebody you're close to. And imagine if you got access to your guru, or a Brahmgyani Gursikh that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was undoubtedly, you've got access to them, but at the same time, you can't disturb them. How much resilience did Mata Gujar Kaur Ji show at that time? She didn't disturb, she didn't get in the way. She might have had questions at this time that, we've ended up in a kind of a less developed place, and my husband was well worthy to be the Guru. It's not happened that way. She could have had these questions, and possibly she did, but at the same time, she controlled it. She kept it in control, which I think is so amazing, because in this day and age, we always need to search for that reassurance. But she must have made her core so strong that she relied completely on Guru's hukam and the Gurbani to see her through. So whenever she was free from sort of the household duties of serving Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, the prashada pani, or making sure everything's okay, she would just spend her free time doing bhakti as well. That was the amazing thing. She used to spend all her free time doing bhakti. And they lived like this for 26 years. Let's just take that. So when I asked you at the beginning, I said to you that, what is your spark? What's the thing that kind of really makes you feel alive, makes you feel joy, makes you feel a sense of purpose, right? Now, just seeing the sort of first quarter of Mataji's life, just the first quarter of Mataji's life, what do you think her spark was? Where did you think she got this resilience from? For me, I think I would say that Mataji got this from her spark, which was living according to Gurbani, her seva. Her seva power was so high, and her kind of ability to become lean in Gurbani and follow that Gurbani, I think that she knew what her spark was from the get-go, and no doubt there was like janams and janams, lifetimes of bhakti that she had done before this, because she's building up to something even more greater and more greater. And you know what? Some historians say that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji and Mata Gujar Kaur Ji's bhakti, their meditation, their tap, was so incredible that it came to a point where they found, they had got this realization that now they've done so much in this one life and beyond, that they've got access to Sachkhand. They've got a one-way ticket. They know that they're saved. Without making it sound hankari, but they've lost their ego so much and immersed themselves, become one with Gurbani, that they're saved. But what some historians suggest is that at this point, that's when they turned to each other and they said, right, we've saved ourselves, and with Guru Sahib's kirpa, Guru Sahib's blessed us, now let's do pala on others. Mataji waits 20 years patiently, 20 years, guys, for Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, her husband, to finally become the 9th Guru. And then, when they are the 9th Guru, they decide to go and do a Prachar tour. So they're leaving home now and they're going to go to the east and teach other people about the way to God, the path to God. And then they go towards Patna. So you might have seen many images and videos of Patna Sheher, Gurudwara Se Patna Sahib, and that is where obviously Mataji must have been heavily pregnant at this time. So Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj gave an order, hukam for Mata Gujari Ji to rest now at Patna Sahib. And I'd like to mention here that Mata Gujari Ji actually had her brother with her as well, Mama Kirpal Chand. And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj decided to travel on further east to Bengal and Assam. So they went, it was a really, really long tour that they were on. How powerful must she have been to become a woman and hold the Shakti? Can you imagine Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj's Shakti can't be limited, Hana? Their power, their spiritual power cannot be controlled, let's say, Hana? But yet she kept that within her for 9 or 10 months. Waiting 20 years for her husband to be Guru, waiting 33 years. 33 years, I just think that is incredible. That is just Vaheguru, Dhan Guru Nanak, Hana? And not just any child. This was God's light themselves, Hana? Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, who was, when they came, the Prakash happened, and they were named Gobind Rai. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj sent a message. They were very pleased. And then, to bring up this child yourself. 33 years later, Guru Gobind Rai Ji Maharaj was born, or Prakash, that's what the right word we say, on the 26th of December 1666. And then Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj stayed briefly, came back to do darshan of their baby son that they've been blessed with 4 years later. So she was in charge of bringing up Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, Guru Gobind Rai at that time. She was the person that made the decisions in terms of, their clerk, are they going to have the most healthiest foods? What's their sangat going to be like? What's the daily exercise going to be like? How much Bani are they learning? And actually, At this point, when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji finally come to meet Guru Gobind Ji Maharaj, think about the thirst in Guru Gobind Ji Maharaj, because we can imagine that Mata Gujari Ji has just given so much inspiration to their son about what Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj is like, what the house of Nanak is like. And I don't think I'm guilty of not doing this enough with my own children, but she's done this, like bringing them up day in, day out. And it wasn't easy for her. When you have a child that is Rab Roop, they're in their moj or their own element. You can't always work out why they're doing what they're doing. I don't know if any of you have ever seen like the other avatars films you can see about when Sri Krishna Bhagwan Ji was little, they would get up to mischief, or it was just like things that were a bit like riddles and stuff, but you couldn't always work out why would they would do things. So this would often happen to Mata Gujari Ji. And what would happen sometimes, Guru Gobind Ji was only young, sort of 3, 4, 5, and they would go out, and they had a catapult. That was one of their favorite toys. And when they would shoot the catapult, they would practice on Bibia holding the gare. So they had those clay pots on their heads. And when Maharaj would shoot it, obviously their aim was brilliant from day one. It would shoot it and crack the gare, and the pani that they were carrying, the water they were carrying would all pour out and the clay pot would smash. And the Bibia, the ladies would complain in the Patna Sahib area, and they would say, look, control your son, what's he doing? He's making life difficult for us. But little did they know, and this is where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj comes in, little did they know that Guru Gobind Ji Maharaj was saving them from something, And this is where bachans come in as really, really, we don't realize when we come into Sikhi how important bachans are. But at the age of 4, finally Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj comes to Patna Sahib, comes to another place near Lucknow, and they come and meet Guru Gobind Rai for the first time. I can't imagine what a beautiful, beautiful moment. I can't imagine the kind of joy on Mata Gujari Ji's face, her heart, what it must be like. There's no words to express. But at the same time, when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji still had to return, they said there's some seva they have to do in Punjab, there's a lot of work to do. And Mata Nanaki Ji actually turned around and said, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, you can do anything you want. Maybe you can do that from here. And you could, just one click of the finger and you can save the world. But Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji said, no, it's hukum for me to go back to Punjab, so I can't stay. They only briefly met Guru Gobind Ji. And in that brief moment, they told their mother, Mata Gujar Kaur Ji, Guru Gobind Ji's mother, they gave her a bhajan and said, whatever Guru Gobind Ji says is best to say Sat Bhajan, because they are a powerhouse light on this world, on this earth. Now, how often have we heard that? Have we ever been told that when you have your kid, just say Sat Bhajan to him because, he's going to be right? Well, aren't we always the ones, samjhaying our own children, we're teaching our own children. So it was the other way around for Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. They advised Mata Gujari Ji to always say Sat Bhajan to Guru Gobind Ji, who was only 4 at that time, and let them do what they needed to do, because they're doing something for a reason. Everything they do, there's a reason for it.